Welcome to IFB Airlines. We want to begin by talking about the rules because rules are very important to us. Our first rule is that there's going to be no drinking, no smoking, no tattoos, and no movies on this flight. For the safety of all of our unsafe passengers, we want to let you know that our co-pilot is lost. That way, in the event of a rapture, you'll be able to make it to the ground safely. If you look in the back of the seat in front of you, you'll notice there is not a safety card. Instead, what we have is a chick tract. It's called Flight Saver, and it's all about people who die in a fiery plane crash and go to hell. We hope you have a nice flight. Our flight attendants will be by just in a few minutes to say the sinner's prayer with anybody who needs. Welcome to Presbyterian Airlines, where superior theology meets superior air travel. We want to let everyone know that all of the sections on this airplane are all smoking, so get out your cigars and pipes, and our flight attendants will be around with the whiskey cart as soon as we reach cruising altitude. Our in-flight movie today is a series of theological lectures from the late Dr. R.C. Sproul. We're asking that all non-Presbyterians be prepared to be confronted about all of your theological deficiencies. I would introduce our pilot to you, but we don't have a single pilot. We have a session of pilots who all share authority in the cockpit. Welcome to Big Eva Air, where we try to make plane travel as exciting as it can be. We're going to begin our flight today with a 1-hour musical performance from our live in-flight band, which is going to be followed by our flight attendants who are going to come in and shoehorn a watered-down gospel message into songs from the hit musical Hamilton. We want to also tell you about our special airplanes. We don't have pilots in each of our planes. We have one single pilot who pilots all the other planes from a central location, which we call the main hangar. We want to thank you for flying with Big Eva, and remember, if you love Jesus, you're going to fly Big Eva Air. Welcome to United Methodist Airlines, where we affirm everyone. If you have any questions for me, just remember that my pronouns are he and him. This is the point in the briefing where we used to point out that the majority of our pilots are women. However, in our last meeting, we decided that we can't determine what that means anymore, so we're going to go ahead and skip it. You'll be glad to know that all of our planes are now equipped with safe spaces, so if anyone does anything or says anything to offend you, you have a place where you can go and cry. We're so glad that you've chosen to fly with Pentecostal Air Travel. We want to let you know that prior to the flight, one of our prophets went by and prayed over every seat. Now, they won't be flying with us because they have their own private jet. We also want to let you know that later we're going to be sending around an offering plate. Now, we know that you paid for your ticket, but your payment for your ticket is what you owe. What you give in the offering plate is what you sow. Also, keep in mind that in the event that the cabin should lose pressure, a compartment above your head will open and an oxygen mask will fall from the ceiling. Do not grab that oxygen mask. That would be an absolute lack of faith on your part. Instead, begin to pray and rebuke the demon of decompression.